Hello everybody, happy Wednesday. Let me tell you a little bit what we got going on here. We got a 3-team NBA parlay going tonight. Guaranteed 3-0 or play the rest of April free. That's just $9. Just call 1-866-841-1655. Congratulations to the UConn Huskies, both the men and the women's basketball. Take home the championship. That is such an unusual thing to have happen. That little school up there in Connecticut really is right now the dominant player in the both NBA, or not NBA, but college women's and men's basketball. It's pretty amazing. The UConn defense, which no one really talked about or didn't focus on at least, really did a job in that game. Because everybody knew that Kentucky could dominate the boards, but and everybody knew that Connecticut would have the dominant guard play, and that's exactly what happened. But when it came down to the boards, it kind of evened out. It wasn't that bad. Rebounds were 33 to 34. Turnovers were Kentucky 13 to Connecticut 10. Three-pointers were pretty even. Actually, percentage-wise, Kentucky hit a little bit better percentage there. On the two-point baskets, Connecticut did a little bit better job scoring on down close to the bucket. And I guess the surprising thing was, well, to me anyway, all the foul shots that Kentucky shot. They were 13 out of 24, which is terrible, but remember, a lot of those were front ends or one-on-ones, and which means if they'd have made the front one, it would have been a higher number of free throws. Connecticut was perfect, but they were only 10 of 10. So at the foul line, Kentucky actually picked up 3 points, hitting 13 points to 10. So, but hats off, Kevin Ollie, a relatively young coach, played professional basketball. He made some great adjustments, but I think the Connecticut team, who obviously is the more talented club with all those kids potentially going, 7 of them potentially going to the pros, they have more talent than just about anybody in college ball, but I think their youth caught up to them, and they made some mistakes. And matter of fact, the turnovers, they did turn the ball over 13 times, but the Connecticut defense had a lot to do with that. The maturity of the guards. Daniels, for Connecticut, had a terrible game. He got out of sync with the foul shots. He was on the bench early, but he had a terrible game. He couldn't hit the rim. He could have easily lost the game for them. But hats off to Connecticut, both men and women, and we had a great basketball season. And we're looking forward to the NBA. We got some teams in the NBA that are really trying hard, and other teams that are kind of coasting. It's an interesting stat here. I was looking at some numbers. How have these teams been doing recently? Let's go back to January. You go to the East, which is, the weakest of the conferences. Brooklyn, who's now beaten Miami 4 times this year, is 33-13. Right behind them is Chicago at 33-14, then Toronto 31-17, and then Miami and Indiana and Charlotte, and then Washington. But it's possible that the Brooklyn, Chicago, Toronto can give Miami some trouble, even if Indiana can't. And I say that only because Indiana seems to have imploded recently. Right now, Miami has a little bit of an edge, but they can blow it. They have a tough game tonight at Memphis, where Indiana plays, I think, at Milwaukee, which, by the way, since January 1st is 7-39. That is the worst record. Philadelphia is just above them at 8-39. But we'll be looking at these potential playoff matchups. Teams that can get in, might not get in. They're fighting in there. There's some infighting out on the West Coast with Phoenix, Dallas, and Memphis as well. So you got some stuff going on here that's kind of interesting this last week. There's only a few games left. Season ends on the 16th, and then the playoffs begin, and I'm really ramped up. I was excited for college hoops, and I'm excited for the NBA. And baseball has taken off pretty well. We're doing very well in that as well. So going back to that offer, we have a 3-game parlay, NBA parlay, 3-0 guaranteed, or play the rest of April free. It's $9 small dollars, 1-866-841-1655.